What's going on, boys? What you doing? It's Friday. Friday. God damn, is it May already? That's crazy. Friday, May 7th, 2021. God damn, this year's fucking flying by. Yeah, so what's going on, man? It's just my 2 cents. It is Friday afternoon. I am all out of sorts, man. I'm in the fucking twilight zone. But I did watch the weigh-ins as well as the stare downs. This stream here will serve as my reaction to that, and I'm going to make my official fight picks for UFC Vegas 26 that's taking place tomorrow night in Las Vegas. What's going on, man? Sa, dude. Sa. What's going on, boys? How the fuck are y'all doing, man? Hope you're having a good Friday. I know people got places to be and people to see, so let me just go ahead and get this old show on the road, what say. I hope y'all are having a good Friday, though, man. Mine isn't going too bad. I woke up really fucking early, and I couldn't get back to sleep, and then I finally did, and I slept way too late. And, yeah, like I said, I've just been kind of in the twilight zone, but I did wake up and watch the weigh-ins, courtesy of MMA Junkie. Shout out to MMA Junkie and the GOAT, John Morgan. I saw Noah. I saw the homie Millie Mills up in there, so shout out to those gentlemen. I know that Bellator is going on tonight as well. I think it starts here in a few minutes. I'm not super duper interested in the Bellator card, but I know the boys at Pub Sports Radio are going to do a fight companion, so I'm definitely going to go through there and chop it up with them at some point. But I could give a fuck less about the prelims if I'm being perfectly honest with you. So I'm just going to keep rocking and rolling. The show must go on, and go on it will. Without further ado, let's get into these fights, boys. What a fucking mess of a card, first of all. I mean, goddamn. It is just one fight after another falling through. Wasn't the strongest card to begin with, and it is just a cursed son of a bitch of a card. I mean, my God. Well, let's talk about the fights that are left, though. Let's do that. Let's do that shit. Like I said, though, man, I hope y'all are having a good one. Hope y'all are having a good Friday. I hope you have a good weekend. There are fights. There's fights tonight. There's fights tomorrow. At least there's that. Oh, my Irish brother, man. How are you? How you doing, boyo? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're keeping well. Hope everything is good on the other side of the pond. What a fucking mess, though, man. What a mess, Owen. Ear, spicy. I mean, good Lord. Shit is just falling apart at the seams for this card. But there are 9 fights left. Let's talk about them. And, yeah, let's see. I'd love to know what you guys think about these fights. So, yeah, feel free to comment as much as you like. Please smash the like button if you haven't already done so. It definitely helps a little channel like mine. So I really appreciate it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these fights, man. Like I said, I'm kind of zonked today, man. I woke up early and didn't get back to sleep for a while, and then I overslept, and it's just struggles of a fucking shiftless layabout, man. But yeah, but I did watch the weigh-ins, and I'll tell you what I think about it, man. I'm gonna tell you what I think about all that shit, and we'll go through fight by fight, break the shit down, and I hope you're having a good one. Ear says if we were gonna lose 2 fights today, I would want it to be, yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. There were some sketchy fights on this card, man, and there still are some, but like there were some really tough picks. But 2 of the toughest ones got taken care of. Like they got taken out for us. I was not looking forward to picking Ben Rothwell versus Philippe Lins. I think that was a coin flip of a bum bash of a fight. And the same with Benoit and Zaruk Adashev. I was not looking forward to picking that one either. So yeah, those got taken care of for us. So I think it was all for the best. I completely agree with you. Yeah, I mean, who gives a fuck about that, and who wants to pick that or try and bet that? I mean, good God. All right, but yeah, man, let's talk about the fights that are left. We did have some fights left. Some guys I didn't see weigh in. Some I missed the first like wave. I think I turned it on like at like 12:15, and by that point, dude, there's you already know, man. There's fighters, that first wave of fighters, they're all ready to hit the fucking scales like before they say go. So yeah, Christian Aguilera versus Carlston Harris. It's another one, man, where it's like, I'm going with Carlston Harris. I'm picking Carlston Harris here. I am picking him to win by TKO. I'm going to say Carlston Harris by first round TKO. That's my pick. I did start a Tapology account, hopefully in anticipation for a potential Mecca spot. Hopefully, shout out to Mr. Arkansas, gunning for that Mecca season 4 spot. But I did start a Tapology profile. It's long overdue. I mean, I make picks for fun. I might as well just fucking get the shit going on Tapology. Yeah, I am going with Carlston Harris. I am going with Carlston Harris by knockout. This next one is a really good fight, man. I think this has potential to be the best fight on the prelim card. Potentially. There's a couple that actually could be decent fights, man. This is definitely not a card for the casuals, man. Like that you look at this card and you're a casual fan, you glance over it for about 2 seconds and then you are moving on to whatever else is going on in your fucking life besides this. But hardcores, man, hey dude, there's going to be some decent fights. It always seems to happen like that, right? The cards look really like shit fuck ass on paper. Like there's usually a couple little sleeper ass banger fights on those. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be one of those where motherfuckers just get knocked out left, right, and center. You don't really know, but I don't know, man. There's there's really some fight cards that get overrated like a motherfucker. I don't think this one is the best. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and fucking polish that turd, but it's not the strongest card at all. But I think there could be some potential like decent fights here. And this is one of them. Jun Young Park versus Stefan Nchukwi. Jun Young Park versus Stefan Nchukwi. I'd like to know what you guys think about that one. I think that's one of the closest fights potentially. I think it could go a couple different ways. I had to do a lot of tape study for this fight here, boys. Taped this one like a mugger fugger, and I'm going to tell you here just in a few seconds what I found. General, what's going on, dude? How in the fuck are you this afternoon? General in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sa, dude. Yes, indeed. You are correct about that, my friend. How are you, Rogue? Coast to coast in this motherfucker. Irregardless says he is on Stefan Nchukwi. Do you like Stefan by decision, or do you think he's gonna knock out Park? First guy to put him away? Could happen. Stefan has a lot of power. First time for everything. Let me know what you guys think about this one, man. Shit. Chilling, smoking, being unemployed. I don't know, man. Looking forward to these fights, though, dude. There's some good one. This is gonna be a good fight, dude. I think no matter who wins this one, I think it's gonna be a good one, man. I think this has potential to be the prelim fight of the night. I'll say. He says, "I'm well, thank you. Got my vaccination, etc., etc." Yes, sir. That's what's up, dude. Irregardless says not sure on the method of victory. It's a tough pick, man. I really didn't want to just pick this one absent-mindedly. I definitely did my homework on this one. I taped it extensively. Okay, this is what I think about this fight. I'll just break this one down. Because there's a couple that I'm just going to fucking skip right through because I don't give a good goddamn about them. And I ain't going to waste y'all's time or mine fucking thinking about it or any of that shit. So I'm gonna dig into this one a little bit. Okay, now experience wise, kickboxing, Tafan has more experience, but MMA, Jun Young Park has considerable amount more of MMA experience against a pretty similar level of opponent. I'd say they fought about a similar level of opponent overall. I don't have their records right in front of me. Let me go ahead and pull that up. But like I said, Tafan is a little bit younger. It says he's 6 foot and Jun Young Park is 5'8". Man, there was not that much height disparity. Like Tafan is a little bit taller, but he ain't no fucking 4 inches taller, man. They really like some of the shit is like not correct. But he does have a little bit of a reach advantage. Now striking wise, I think that Tafan has more power. I think that Jun Young Park will have a considerable speed advantage. I think that Jun Young Park has crisper boxing. He has a better jab. Although Tafan does have a good jab too. Tafan has a powerful jab. So I'm going to be interested to see who wins the battle of the jab. And they also both are good at throwing low kicks. Tafan has really powerful low kicks, but Jun Young Park has decent low kicks as well. But Jun Young Park definitely employs more of uses more of a boxing style. Heavy on the front foot, uses the jab, works off the jab, and he throws really good, crisp, straight punches and a really nice counter uppercut. In the clinch, Tafan definitely favors knees more. He throws a lot of knees to the body. In the clinch, Jun Young Park will be looking to uppercut. So it'll be the battle of the jab, the battle of the low kick, and the battle of the clinch. Knees to the body versus uppercuts. I think that's going to be kind of a overall kind of simplistic striking breakdown. Grappling wise, I think that Jun Young Park is the better wrestler. I don't know if he's going to get Tafan and Chukwi down as much as he got Phillips or Marc Andre, but he is going to get Tafan down at some point. But Tafan does not accept being on the ground, and Tafan does have a good ability to get back to his feet. He does have good get-up ability. But I think if you're just asking me who's the better wrestler, I think it's Park. Better submission grappler, I would say probably Park. Now cardio is going to be an interesting one, man, because the crazy thing is I actually think that Tafan might have better cardio. As crazy as that sounds, I think Tafan and Chukwi might actually have better cardio. Because I've seen Park in that third round, dude, he slows down quite a bit. I mean, he's still there, but they're two guys that they don't have super great cardio, but they work. But I still, man, in every one of Park's fights I've watched, his pace, he looks so much better in the first round than he does. Whereas Tafan, like, he kind of is more steady. It's a lot less volume, but it's more steady, I would say. But it's a little sloppier, I would say. So that's kind of overall how I see the breakdown of this fight. It's like a little bit better kickboxing for Tafan, a little bit better boxing with Park, speed advantage for Park, power advantage for Tafan. In the clinch, it'll be who gets to work, who gets their shit off more and who gets their shit off more often and more effectively. Knees to the body for Tafan. And they both throw elbows, but primarily every time I've really seen Tafan get in the clinch, he's throwing those knees to the body, and Park is looking to dirty box and throw uppercuts. So I'm interested to see who's going to get the better of the clinch, and also who's going to win. I feel like this fight will really be predicated on who can, and it's such a captain obvious thing, but like who can employ their game plan. Look, Tafan doesn't fucking move his head at all. And if he thinks he's just going to march forward and head kick Jun Young Park, he's going to get jabbed in the fucking face all day. And Jun Young Park will start to put those boxing combinations together. So if Tafan doesn't mix it up, doesn't throw low kick. If I was Stefan, I would be low kicking the living shit out of Jun Young Park. I would be slamming low kicks into him like those fucking videos where those motherfuckers kick down like banana trees and like coconut trees and sure whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about. Those videos in Thailand where they just fucking kick down trees. That's what he needs to do to Jun Young Park's fucking lead leg. The dude's a boxer. He's going to be heavy on the lead foot. That's what he needs to do. But if he just walks forward, Jun Young Park is going to pop, 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 all fucking day. So this is a good fight. I'm looking forward to this one, boys. I think this one is really going to be who can impose their will, because Stefan did not look that much bigger than he didn't look as big as I thought he would next to Jun Young Park. Now, obviously, he will rehydrate a good bit. He'll probably be looking a little bit bigger than he was. The size disparity will probably be a little bit more obvious, but Jun Young Park is not really like a small guy. Like, this is going to be a really interesting fight. I'm picking Jun Young Park in this fight. After the tape study, I think that Jun Young Park overall is a better striker. I think is a sharper striker. I think that Jamie Pickett, it was in the first or second round, he just started teeing off and stunned Stefan and backed him up. Jun Young Park is a lot sharper than Jamie Pickett, and I think there's a potential for a stoppage here by Jun Young Park, but I'm going to say Jun Young Park by decision. I think he's going to get Stefan down. I think that the concern I have for Jun Young Park is his gas tank and his cardio. I don't think he's going to get head kicked by Stefan. He could, but Jun Young Park has pretty good head movement. In the fights I've seen where dudes are winging big, Stefan has sloppy hooks, and Park is good at slipping big, heavy strikes. He just is. He has decent head movement. He's the better boxer. I think he's going to win the battle of the jab. I think Stefan is just going to be frustrated with the jab. He's going to be walking forward. And hey, if Park starts to sit down on those crosses and those uppercuts, you can sit him down, man. Stefan is not very experienced in MMA, and his level of competition has not been super high. You can say the same for Park. You know, John Phillips and Marc-Andre Barrio. That's nothing to write home about, but I think that's a little bit fucking better than fucking Jamie Pickett. You know what I'm saying? So I'm picking Jun Young Park. It's close, man. It's going to be really close, but I feel 65, 70% confident. I think Stefan's a little overrated. I think Stefan and Chukwi is a little overrated, but we'll see, man. If he goes in there and head kicks Park, who's never been knocked out before, I'll be impressed. But I like Jun Young Park here. Definitely, dude. It's a tough one. The most extensive tape I did on this card, Haas, Dawkins, and Hebas and Hill. You're a smart man here. You old damn smart man. I'm all over Haas, and I'm tentatively on the Hebas. Interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. Lorenz Larkin versus Rafael Carvalho. Is that on Bellator? Is that the Bellator? You saw the same things I did, and that's my concern for him, man. That's my concern is if he's a guy, his posture gets really bad. He is one of those guys though that will keep going. Like he slows down a bit, but he'll also work in the third round too. And Stefan, look, everyone's like, well, Stefan was going in against Jamie Pickett. Dude, it's Jamie Pickett. Come on, man. Like that's not a litmus test, dude. So Stefan slows down too considerably. So it's gonna be that's my concern for Park though, definitely is like he drops off. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. Definitely tough. You're right. It's one of the tougher picks for sure. For sure. Oh, dude, big time. Big time. Yeah, that's tough, man. Because that's the other thing about Park is his hands will drop more too. So Stefan does have more potential to head kick him in the third round. I've seen some people picking that, like Stefan by head kick in second or third round. Park has a chin though, and I just feel like he's pretty good at slipping the big kicks, and I just feel the big strikes, kicks, stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm looking forward to that fight though, man. There's a couple of these fights where I'm like, this could be good, dude, and people are just sleeping on it like a motherfucker. Like, it's not the best card ever, but I think there's gonna be some fun ones on this one, boys. Hopefully. All right, well, moving on. But yeah, I got Park in a close one. I got Park by decision, but it could go the other way, man. It could be fucking in Chukwi by head kick TKO. But give me the MMA experience, the grappling, and the better boxing and the speed advantage probably of Jin Young Park. Now, moving on. Ludovic Klein versus Mike Trizano. Tough winner Mike Trizano versus where's Klein from? Is he? He's Baltic. It's like I can't remember where he's from. I don't think it's the Czech Republic, is it? Croatia or something? I can't remember. Where's Ludovic Klein from? What's up, Jimmy? He said they should start canceling fights for weight misses. Give the fighter that made weight their show money and went on a record. Give the fighter that misses. Dude, I am totally for that. And I'm glad you brought that up, Jimmy. I'm definitely going to speak on that, on this weight cut shit. I mean, there's some people that are just like, don't feel nearly as strongly about it as I do. But I think it's just getting out of control. It's getting fucking ridiculous. Like, it is like so obvious that it is a misguided and like antiquated like thing from amateur wrestling. And it doesn't work in MMA. But anyway, I'll save that for after these picks. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna speak on that because I agree with you, man. Like they just it needs to be like there needs to be more of a fucking like there shouldn't be in my opinion, and I know for Gregor Gillespie that he wants to be active and he wants to fight, and that's why. And I commend him for taking the fight with Carlos Diego Ferreira, especially if CDF is to win. Like, oh man, that's gonna. I feel really fucking bad, but it's ridiculous, man. Like you, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, Ludovic Klein and Mike Trizano. I'm going Ludovic Klein all day. I think Mike Trizano. Look, I know I'm gonna sound like a hater. I think that Tiger Schulman is a fucking overrated gym. I'm sorry. I just think it is. The fighters that come out of there are really flashy. They have good offense, not the best defense. Mike Trizano is a good point fighter. He smashed 3 fucking absolute cans to win the Ultimate Fighter. So if you're going off, oh, Mike Trizano won the Ultimate Fighter, look at who he fucking beat to win that competition. That's all I'll say. Look at who he fucking beat. He's had 3 fights in the UFC in 3 years. He's averaging 1 fight a year. Hasn't fought in over a year. He's a point fighter. Ludovic Klein is the better striker. I don't think he's going to knock him out, but I think Ludovic Klein is going to style and profile Mike Trizano. I think that he's going to hurt him a couple times. I think that Mike Trizano, I could be wrong about this. Like, I could be eating crow. I could be having to sing Tiger Schulman's praises. But man, I don't know, dude. I think he's gonna. I think he is gonna put on a good performance against Trizano, and I got Ludovic Klein all day. Force these shitheads to stop cutting, dude. Seriously, stop it. Thank you. Slovakia. Thank you, sir. Yes. So it would have. Yes. Okay. So that's. I know that there's some kind of history with that. Like it used to be Czechoslovakia, and now it's Slovakia and the Czech Republic, something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not the smartest fucking person alive, but I have switched from CDF to Gillespie. CDF looked like death, and he didn't even get within 4 pounds of the limit. I could not agree more. I was on Gillespie, but I am all over Gregor Gillespie now, boys. Like white on rice and stink on shit and a glass of milk and a paper plate in a snowstorm. You know what I'm saying? All over it. I will beat all over your ass like white on rice and a glass of milk and a paper plate in a snowstorm. I will shove my foot so far your ass the water on my knee will quench your thirst. Yeah, so yeah, I got Ludovic Klein. I think he's gonna I think he is going to Benson, Winifred Payne, Mike Trizano. I think he's gonna Billy Jack, take his right foot and put it across the left side of fucking Trezano's face a couple times. I think he is going to win a clear decision. Gosh, just knock my shit over. All right, we're good though. All right, next fight. Ludovic Klein by decision. Possible knockout though, man. Mike Trezano will probably stay on his bike enough though to avoid. He's not gonna fucking. He's not gonna try and Shane Young him and just like stand there and be a tough guy with Ludovic Klein. He's gonna stick and move. He's gonna throw his flashy fucking Tiger Schulman shit. Throw some Kyokushin kicks, and I don't know, man. It's gonna be a point fighter versus a KO fighter. I don't hate it. He could win a decision. He could if Ludovic goes chasing the knockout, if he goes headhunting, Trezano could get on his bike and outpoint him and win a very frustrating decision. Absolutely. But I like Ludovic Klein here. But I will say that I do think Trezano is a better fighter than Shane Young. Although I do think Trezano is a little overrated. Grant Dawson is a good fighter, but none of Mike Trezano's wins, including his tough wins, have fucking impressed me at all. Whatsoever. Okay, this is another interesting fight, boys. This is another interesting fight. Ear alluded to it. He did extensive tape study on this. This is something I should have deep tape studied, but you know what? Nah. I feel good enough about my pick on this one. And I believe in this guy. I think Kyle Daukaus is a really good fighter. I think Phil Haas is not as bad a fighter as some people say. Like some people that say the name Phil Haas and they're like, oh, he's a fucking bum. Like he sucks. Like, you know, he's really not, man. He's really not. Like, yeah, like he got knocked out by Marquez, like lost his decision to Andrew Sanchez, who's a pretty good fighter. You know, like he has a guillotine choke loss, but he's on a decent win streak. I think that Kyle Daukaus is going to outbox him, and I think that Kyle Daukaus is better with jiu-jitsu. Now, Phil Haas is the better wrestler. All right. Phil Haas is the better wrestler. So if it's just rinse and repeat, takedown for takedown for takedown, he can win this fight. But I think Daukaus is going to box him up. I think Kyle Daukaus is going to box him up, and I think that Daukaus and Imavov are sort of kind of on the same level, but I think that Daukaus has better striking, and I think that Daukaus is a better striker than Imavov. And I think that this one is not, although I will say this is not as close, or this is not as, I've heard people just be like, Phil Haas has no chance. Like, that's not true at all, man. Like, Phil Haas could wrestle fuck Kyle Daukaus for 3 rounds and win a decision. Absolutely. I don't think it's gonna happen though. I think he's gonna get a couple takedowns here and there, but I think that Kyle Daukaus is gonna tune him up. I think he's going to tune him up on the feet, and I think that he could potentially get a knockout too. Potentially. But, yeah, I like Kyle Daukaus. I think this is going to be a close one, boys. I think this is going to be a split decision. I really do see this being a fucking split decision either way. But I like Daukaus. I don't know, though, man. I can't really say that I've got Kyle Daukaus with a ton of confidence, like 60-40. But I like, give me Daukaus' boxing and jiu-jitsu over Haas's grappling and wrestling. I mean, yeah. What's up, Cage? What's up, dude? He says Haas has a chance early, in my opinion, but his gas tank worries me. Yeah, he doesn't have a great gas tank either. I'm a believer in Kyle Daukaus. I definitely have a bias in this fight, but even so, like, I don't, man. People are really like looking to fade Phil Haas at every possible opportunity, and like his losses really aren't that bad, and like he's a good wrestler, and I don't know though, man. He does gas out though, man. And I like Dawkins' heart, man. Dawkins is a fucking tough fighter. Fighting Dawkins, them boys definitely got heart. And I like Kyle Dawkins here. I like Kyle Dawkins. Dude. What is going on, Jackie boy? How are you, my friend? What is going on, man? Got the usual suspects up in this motherfucker. Well, that's the prelims for me, boys. If you're just joining me, these are my picks thus far. If I can get back to the God damn. All right, here we go. All right. The prelims of the greatest fight in the world. The greatest fight card we have ever seen ever. Here we go. I'm liking Carlson Harris by knockout. I'm liking Junyoung Park by decision. Potential knockout. But I'll say by decision. I like Ludovic Klein by decision, and I like Kyle Dawkins by decision. The siege. That's the prelims. What do you think, Jackie boy? What do you think about Junyoung Park and Tafan, my friend? Yeah, what a mess, though, man. What a fucking mess of a card. But a little bit of the mess got sorted out, man. I wasn't looking forward to picking that fucking. I was going to pick Lenz, man. I was going to pick Lenz against Rothwell, but Rothwell looked like he was on all the gear in the world. And yeah, I was feeling super sketch about my fucking Lenz pick. And he just did the fucking hard work for me. So glad that one got scrapped. And Zaruk Adeshev and Benoit, too. I was going to pick Benoit, but seeing them, I mean, goddamn, that was the fact that they let him attempt to weigh in again. Like, what was that about? Who was responsible for that? What if he had made weight? Like, what was that? Just like to placate Benoit, or like was that to like what was that, man? Like, the motherfucker couldn't stand the first time. Well, you think you're gonna? How did you think you're gonna do it again? And what? I just think, man, it's just ridiculous. But anyways, the show must go on. This stream must go on. This fight should be Mahina Rodriguez and Michelle Watson should not be the main event. It shouldn't be the co-main event. Amanda Hebus and Angela Hill should be the co-main event, and Neil Magny and Jeff Neal should be the main event. Neil versus Neil. How did you miss out on that? How did you fucking miss that marketing opportunity? Is it like, are you just hitting quotas or something? Like, what? This is not a main event. Michelle Watterson doesn't deserve to be in a main event. It's ridiculous, man. Anyway. Yeah, same. I like his experience. Scrap. God, was it really a second time? He was a second ago. It's just ridiculous. What in the fuck was that? It was a debacle, is what it was. Here, it was a fucking fiasco. I'm shocked that they even attempted to let him weigh in a second time. What was the end game there? Just to like, oh, he did it. Good for him. He really tried. Like, what the fuck? Like, if I'm the doctor, like, I'm like, no, it's over. He can't even stand on his own 2 feet. He can't even stand on his own like on his own power. Like, I don't know. Why even bother? Why bother? Hebus and Hill both lost to Marino. Yeah, it shouldn't. Neither one of those are main. Neither one of those are really like. Neither one of them are worth. They shouldn't even be on the main card. Like, you should have Mahina Rodriguez and Michelle Watterson headlining the prelims, and Amanda Hebus versus Angela Hill just somewhere else, you know. But yeah. So for this fight, Hebus and Hill, this is another one that's close because I do think Amanda Hebus is a better grappler. Hill is the better striker. Hill is not like Marina, though. She can get kind of gun shy. She let a fight with Michelle Watterson slip away from her. She let Air Chun Li like outstrike her. Like, I don't know. That kind of sketches me out. Like, I like Angela Hill. I think she's a good fighter. I like her personality. I root for her. You know, like she's kind of the hometown hero. But dude, I'm picking Angela Hill. To be clear, I'm picking Angela Hill, but I don't have a lot of confidence in it. Like 55-45, 60-40 at the best. I don't know, man. She just seems to like. I can definitely see Hebus bouncing back here, but I can also see Hill. I don't think she'll knock her out like Marina Rodriguez did, but she could. It wasn't that long ago. You know what I mean? That knockout wasn't that long ago. Yeah, the knockout wasn't that long ago, so I just don't know, man. Hill could knock her out, but I don't know. Angie's never been like had the most fucking power. She's been definitely more of an accumulation striker, but I can see Angela Hill outpointing Amanda Hebus here, so I'm gonna take Angela Hill by decision. I don't know though, man. I'm not mad at anybody for picking Hebus here. Yep, that's true. Yeah, true. Maybe that's true. Struggling with this pick. Yeah, I'm going Hebus. I think Hill rushes too much. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Hebus, she's so good on the ground, but she ain't got no chin. Like, I can see Angela Hill just like winning a decision. It's only a 3-rounder. I don't know. I don't think the gas tank will be an issue for Hill in this fight. I think she just, but she can let those kind of fights slip away from her. But I think Hebus, has been kind of overrated. So Hebus gets overrated because of her looks and stuff and her personality. She's a good grappler, but you start putting hands on her, and like I said, she doesn't have the power that Marina Rodriguez has, but she definitely still has the striking ability, like the striking, combinations, and her striking's gotten better. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Okay, but I got Angela Hill. This one, CDF versus Gregor Gillespie. Gregor Gillespie all fucking day, man. I thought he was going to win this fight before, but Carlos Diego had a really, really rough weight cut. It looks like he was. If Benoit looked the worst on the scales, he looked the second worst. He was shaky. He walked up there slow as fuck. He looked real unsteady on his feet. Yeah, give me Gregor Gillespie. He ain't gonna be defending those takedowns. He's gonna be getting ragdolled all fucking fight for 3 rounds. Gregor Gillespie by unanimous decision. Now, Magny and Jeff Neal, man, this is another fucking tough one. This is another really, really tough one. Another really tough one. But let me know what you guys think about Diego Fajea and Gregor Gillespie real quick. I got Gregor Gillespie all day though. Ooh, excuse me. Really good wrestler versus really good jiu-jitsu. Give me the better wrestler all fucking day. Give me the better wrestler all fucking day. But yeah, I mean, I know some people are on CDF, shout out to the homie Bro Picks. I'm pretty sure he's on Carlos Diego Ferreira. But nah, after that weigh-in, nah. Definitely on Gregor. I was before, definitely on it now. So I think about that. Oh, and I almost skipped over, boys. I almost skipped over the best fucking fight on the whole card. How silly of me. What was I thinking? Mo Green versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima. I've got Marcos Rogerio de Lima by first round knockout. I think Mo Green is a fucking jobber. I also think Lima's kind of a jobber, but this is a jobber bash. This is a fucking coin flip bum bash. Give me Lima. Mo Green is like the most unreliable. He's chinny. He's like, he has good submissions, but I don't think he's like, nah, man. He ain't submitting Rogerio de Lima. He's not submitting this dude. He's not knocking him out. He's not Romanov. Dude. No, he's not. It's not happening. The guys that are submitting him are with the exception of Antigulov, the guys that are submitting De Lima they're way better than Mo Green. Way better. Struve is better. OSP is better. Krylov is better. Romanov is better. Period. Okay? Yes, De Lima is kind of a jobber. Yes, Mo Green is absolutely a fucking jobber. Got dropped by Gian Vellante. I got look. This has been this dude's for the last 6 years. This has been Rogerio de Lima. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. He's due for a win. I got him against Mo Green. Mo Green's a fucking jobber. That's what I think about that one. Y'all crazy as fuck. Nah, best of luck, boys. I wish you luck. I wish you luck on your bets. Hell, I ain't picking no fucking Mo Green though. What's up, gangster? Y'all got me chopped if you think I'm picking some fucking Mo Green. I ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. Can't play with him. Can't coach with him. Can't do it. Y'all like that Mike Singletary? But where were we? Now, Neil versus Neil, boys. In the case of Neil versus Neil, what are we thinking about that? What are we thinking about the case of Neil versus Neil? The hardcore fans versus Neil versus the people versus Larry Flint. I mean, Mo Green is from Norfolk. You know, he's kind of the hometown dude. But nah, dude, I like Rogerio de Lima's losses a lot better than Mo Green's. Marcos Rogerio de Lima is getting submitted by like OSP and like Krylov and fucking Romanov. fucking Mo Green is losing to Jeff Hughes, getting knocked out by Sergey Pavlovich. You know, Olenek, yeah, that's a good loss. Hardy, man, come on, that's not a good loss. Gian Vellante, you get dropped by you like that's like the sloppiest win in the United States of America. Like, I ain't picking a fucking Mo Green, man. It really should be 4 losses in a row. About to be number 5. Mo Green is a fucking jobber. Magny and Green should be the favorites. I agree about Magny. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Jeff Green is the favorite there. Now, what do y'all think about this fight, boys? I can't talk anymore about fucking Mo Green and Rogerio de Lima. I can't do it. What do y'all think about people versus Neil versus Larry Flint? It's a tough one. This looks like the fight that Neil Magny could run away with. Could also be Magny versus Ponzinibbio. I don't like that Neil just barely made the weight. I don't like that. He's at a bit of a size disadvantage. I mean, everybody is against Magny, but I don't know, man. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about that one? Greg Hardy, like, how am I hating on him? You think Greg Hardy is a good loss? I don't. I mean, yeah, credit to Greg Hardy. He went the distance with Volkov. That doesn't mean he's a good fighter. I'm not saying DeLima is a good fighter. He's not. It's a bum bash. Green versus DeLima is a fucking bum bash. And like I said, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. He's due for a win. I think he's gonna knock him out. I think Mo Green is chinny, and he gets knocked out by dudes like Pavlovich and Greg Hardy. I think DeLima can do it too. I think DeLima and Greg Hardy. I think Hardy's probably a little bit better fighter than DeLima, but he's not worlds above Marcos Rogerio de Lima, in my opinion. But so yeah, but yeah, I can't talk anymore about that fight. It's too poor of a fight. Um, I don't know about Magny versus Neil. I really don't know because Magny has that jab, man. I could see him popping that jab in Jeff Neal's face all fucking night. If Jeff Neal starts leg kicking Neil Magny, if he starts really look, there are multiple fights where Neil Magny has shown a huge vulnerability to the leg kick. Multiple fights. I think that's Jeff Neal's path to victory. Kick the fucking living shit out of Neil Magny's legs. It's a proven formula, dude. And then box him up. Because I do think that Magny has a good jab. He has good head movement, but that's really all he has. He's not really a super great boxer. He takes like certain techniques from the different, like, Magny's like a wrestler that grabbed a jab and a low kick and was just kind of like, okay, now I'm a fighter. That's kind of Neil Magny to me. But he's tricky, man. He can frustrate guys. He can grind them out. He's a really good wrestler. If he can out wrestle Jeff Neal. He could potentially out wrestle Jeff Neal to a decision. Grind out a fucking. I mean, that's why I'm just like, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Neal is the better striker to me, but Magny's the better wrestler. Magny has way more experience against a higher level of competition. It's just a tough pick, dude. It's a tough pick. I'm going to pick Jeff Neal. I don't think he should be the favorite here. I think he should be an underdog, but it really doesn't matter. Like, I think I really don't like it. That was my first instinct. I'm going with my gut. I'm going with Jeff Neal. I say that he wins. I think that he will low kick Neil Magny, and I think that will make the difference. I don't think that Magny is nearly as good a striker as Stephen Thompson. But I mean, Neil isn't anywhere close to the grappler that Michael Chiesa is. I don't know, man. It's a close one, man. It's a really tough pick. I really don't fucking know who's going to win this fight, to be honest with you. This is just, I see another sketchy split coming. I really do. What was the other one I was thinking could be a really fucking sketchy split decision? Haas and Kyle Dacus. I could see Haas and Kyle Dacus being a really sketchy split. I could see this one being a sketchy split too. Speaking of sketchy splits, potentially, also Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders. I will talk about that for a second, but not right now. Magny versus Neal, man. Yeah, I got Jeff Neal. I think that he lands the round stealing strikes. I think that he hurts Neil Magny to the leg, the lead leg, and that pretty much will take away Magny's striking. It'll make him more defensive. And I think it'll just turn him into a wrestler. Now, if he can't stop the takedowns, man, it won't really matter. Like, I could definitely see Magny winning this fight. This is 55-45 Jeff Neal. I've seen some people really, really confident on Jeff Neal. I don't see how you possibly could be. Dude. Neil Magny is too tricky. That dude, he has made a career out of like being underestimated in spots just like this. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Toughen right there, boys. I got Jeff Neal though. Give me Jeff Neal. Now, Cowboy Alex Morono. I'm going to make this one short and sweet. Maybe. This is Cowboy Cerrone's fight to lose. I'm not saying that he won't. He could absolutely let Alex Morono get a win over him. But overall, I think Donald Cerrone is the way better fighter. I think he has no business losing this fucking fight. But I'll say this. I'm not 100% confident that he's going to win it. And if he does, if Donald Cerrone does lose this fight, boys, I'll tell you what, it is time for the Cowboy to take that proverbial ride off into the sunset. You ain't got no business losing to Alex Morono. You go from fighting Conor McGregor and shit to like, nah, man, that is time. You lose to Alex Morono, it's time. So this is the litmus test for This is the floor. This is not a test of Cowboy's ceiling. We know what Cowboy's ceiling is. This is a test of his floor at this point. Because if you lose to Alex Morono, what? You ain't never getting close to headline shit again. You know what I mean? Like, he has no business losing this fight. I got down Cowboy Cerrone. By decision. Yeah, he better not lose this fight, man, or that's not a good look, dude. That's a really, really, really not a good look. Not to shit on Alex Morono, but he's not far from being a fucking jobber. I wouldn't quite call Alex Morono a jobber, but he ain't just too far from it. If you catch my drift. Dude. I missed your premiere, bro. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go back and check it out. If y'all missed it as well, King Need Gore just dropped a premiere not too long ago. I got to check that out, man. But yeah, what's going on, dude? How are you this Friday? Just about at the end here. But Yeah, Cowboy has no business losing this fight. I don't know, man. This was supposed to be Cowboy versus Diego Sanchez. They were giving Sanchez Cowboy for his last fight, if that tells you anything. So if you lose to Morono, dude, that's it. Like, what are you doing? No offense to Alex Morono. Like, you go you go from fighting for titles to losing to Morono. Like, it's time, man. It's time. But yeah, man. But yeah, Gore, good to see you in the chat, bro. I've been definitely liking seeing more of you on the YouTube, liking all the new videos and premieres and shit. So keep up the good work, my friend. Now let's get to this banger of a fucking main event, shall we? Let's talk about how awesome this main event is and how excited we are. And yeah, I cannot wait to see Marina Rodriguez and fucking Michelle Watterson. I'm bursting at the seams with fucking excitement and anticipation. Can you tell? It is what it is. It is what it was. Give me Rodriguez. Give me Rodriguez. I could maybe see Watterson kind of doing what she did to Angela Hill, maybe, but I don't think it's going to go down like that because I think that Rodriguez is going to force it. I think she's going to march. Like Angela Hill kind of likes to do the counter striking thing where she kind of like sit there and like feint and stuff. Marina Rodriguez is just going to march her ass down. So I do have Marina Rodriguez. I haven't made up my mind whether I think she could stop Michelle Watterson. I've given Marina Rodriguez I think her power, I hate to say this, and people will think I'm crazy, like, Marina Rodriguez is one of the most devastating punchers. Like, okay, man, she does have power. She knocked out Amanda Ribas, so Amanda Ribas is chinny. I love Amanda Ribas. She's the mother of my children. She's fucking chinny. So I still like, I don't think that Marina Rodriguez has this devastating, soul-crushing power that everyone's been telling me she has, but she does have a good amount of pop in her punches. She can knock Michelle Watterson out. She doesn't need to be Andrade or Amanda Nunes to knock out Michelle Watterson. I think Michelle Watterson is past it. I think she's part of the older generation of fighters. I think she has a couple flashy kicks and head and arm throw and an arm bar. And I don't know, man. Michelle Watterson, she's another fighter that gets a lot of push because of her looks and her, like, you know, she's got the nice, smiley, cute soccer mom. She has that shit going on. But is she really, really that good of a fighter? She's not a bad fighter, but like, is she really like? I'm sorry, she did not win that fucking Angela Hill fight. She got busted up, and she was doing the Air Chun-Li shit. Yeah, 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 and not hitting shit. Not hitting shit. Like Macy Barber style, like jabbing from 3 feet away, blitzing forward. Yeah, 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 and punctuating it with like 3 straight punches in a row, and then punctuating it with a kick that doesn't land, but they'll score it for her. That kind of shit. That's how she won that last fight. I don't think she's going to be able to get away with it like that in this one because I think that whereas Hill, like, she can kind of get like caught looking and staring and like taking pictures and shit. Rodriguez is just she's just gonna march right through that shit. So I see Mahina Rodriguez busting Michelle Watterson up and winning a pretty comfortable decision. I could see her stopping her too, though, man. I might. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm gonna say Rodriguez by decision. I'm gonna say she does good in her first. I believe this is this her first 5-rounder? Maybe her second. But I like Rodriguez here. Think she gets it done. Yeah, Marina Rodriguez by decision for me. I think so too, bro. I straight up agree. He'll beat her, yeah. She doesn't, man. She makes it too sketchy, and that's where I think like Rodriguez will make it a little bit like more convincing. Whereas Angela would like feint and then throw a combination. I feel like Rodriguez will step forward and throw that combination. Um, I don't know. I feel like she's gonna get the better of it. I really hope she wins. I'm sick of seeing Michelle Watterson get. I'm just sick of her cheesy soccer mom bullshit. Like she's a good fighter. She's not a great fighter, but she gets like this push that just this phantom like push that comes out of nowhere. And I'm just getting sick of it. It's just sticky and it's like it's corny. I'm sick of it. Um, but yeah. So go back over it in review real quick. And then we're at an hour, so I'll go for a little bit longer. I'll go for a little bit longer, and then I'll wrap it up and head on over to the pub to catch the Bellator main card. So where are we? Where are we? Yeah, okay. These are my picks. I'm going Carlston Harris over Christian Aguilera. I'm gonna say Carlston Harris by knockout. I'm gonna say Jun Young Park over Tafon by decision. I have Ludovic Klein over Mike Trezano by decision. I got Kyle Dawkins by decision over Phil Haas. Excuse me. Oh Christ! I have Angela Hill by decision. I have Gregor Gillespie by decision. I have Marcos Rogerio de Lima by knockout. I have Jeff Neal by decision. I have Cowboy Cerrone by decision. And Marina Rodriguez by decision. I hope there's some more knockouts. I hope these aren't all just like decision. Like I hope that dude, I would love it if Marina knocked fucking Michelle Watterson out. Knock that because this is one of the things that Michelle Watterson does that always pisses me off. And like I know fighters do this. Like she gets hit and she'll do that smile, like like that cheesy little smile. Oh, she pisses me off, dude. I don't know what it is. Like I know she's a nice person, I know she's a sweet person, but she just gets on my fucking nerves. And I hate that cheesy little fucking smile she does, all beat up and smiling. Like, oh, I just want Rodriguez just fucking knock her out, dude. God, I want her to get knocked out. But yeah, those are my picks, man. Now a couple other things I wanted to touch on before I just get on up out of here. And let me just drop the link if anybody's interested in coming in. I won't be on. I don't even know if I'll go 2 hours, boys, honestly. Probably go about an hour and 45 minutes, I reckon. We'll see. All right, hold on. Copy. General's taking notes. About 4 or 5 notes. There's the link. And actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna step away for just a second. I gotta take a piss real quick, and I'll be right back. And then we can just, if we want to talk about this card, that's cool. I do want to talk for a second about Canelo Billy Joe Saunders, and kind of wanted to get y'all's opinion. I don't know if y'all saw the Floyd Mayweather Jake Paul incident. That was pretty comical and crazy. And then also, if anybody wants to talk about anything else, Diego Sanchez, anything UFC related, we can talk about that too. I'll probably go for about another 30, 45 minutes. But I got to take a piss. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Salud. Yeah, man. Yeah, you are welcome anytime. So, yeah. Yep, just made my pick spicy. Hope you're doing well this afternoon, my friend. Let's see. Yeah, I have Harris, Park, Klein, Young Dawkins, Angie Hill, Gregor, DeLima, Jeff Neal, Cowboy, and Mahina. That's me. Sala. Shit. Chilling and smoking. Being unemployed. Nah, man. We went to the beach yesterday, man. Me and the missus took a little drive to the beach, to Ocean City. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. It's a nice little, like 30, 45-minute drive. And yeah, just went didn't even get out, just took a stroll down the fucking main drag and then headed on out of Dodge, man. Rolled a big old doober and fucking it was a good little trip, man. Playing some reggae. It's chill, man. I like just listening to some reggae, crossing over the inlet. You see the fucking boat speeding across the fucking, you know. It's just chill, man. It's just like Ocean City's just like a little strip. You know what I'm saying? Like you got water on both sides, like almost like a little atoll, It's just tight. But yeah, we did that yesterday. And yeah, I'm just chilling today, man. Just chilling. Looking forward to these fights. I don't know. Like Bellator's going on right now. I'm probably gonna head on over to the pub here in a little while and catch the main card. But I trying to think about what we're gonna do tonight. I definitely I need to catch up on Castlevania, man. I need to watch the last I need to finish watching season 3 because season 4 is about to start here pretty soon. But the trailer for season 4 looks awesome, so I definitely got to catch up on that. I got to catch up on something else. God damn it, I can't remember now. But yeah, I started watching. I need to finish Without Remorse. I started watching it. It wasn't bad. It's watchable. It's definitely watchable. Um, so I'm gonna finish that. And there's something else I wanted to watch too. I can't remember now. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm rewatching part of the 3rd season and then finishing what I haven't seen with the old lady. Good. Also drunk and not trying to make a fool of myself. It's all good. Yeah, I'm fucking. It's all gravy. Got Hill losing, dude. It's that's such a sketchy fight. Like I could absolutely see her fucking. Verdum lied his ass off. He said he let go after the tap. Yeah, let's talk about that. Jimmy, I'm glad you brought that up. What did y'all think about that, dude? What did y'all think about what happened at PFL? About the Verdum, what's the guy's name? I can't remember the dude's name. That's bad, man. It's like Hanan Fahea. It's Hanan Fahea. So Hanan Fahea versus Fabricio Verdum at PFL. Crazy start. Fabricio goes down. He cinches up the triangle, and Hanan starts pounding his fucking face in from top position. He definitely tapped. Like there were 2 taps. He gave the one, and then he gave another like smaller one. It was clear as day. So there was some nonsense from No Nonsense, but in fairness to No Nonsense, he wasn't on that side. He was on the complete opposite side. He tapped on the leg, so there was no way that Peterson could have seen that, honestly. There's no way. Like Peterson was actually in a pretty good position to see what was going on with that as far as like where, but he wasn't in an angle where he could see that tap. There's no way. Unless he has x-ray vision. So I'm not like, I'm not too like what the fuck Peterson, like what the fuck Keith. I think Peterson is a good ref for the most part, and yeah, I mean, if you want to say that's a mistake, yeah, he wasn't at the right angle to see it. He can't be at every single angle every single time. Whatever. So he taps twice. He kind of keeps the choke on, but like what? It's almost like Verdum. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one because the dude did tap. But that's why you keep going. You just keep going until the ref fucking stops you, dude. You keep going until the ref stops you. If I was Verdum, I mean, it's especially him coming from the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world, him being a multiple time Abu Dhabi champion. He's just used to that, used to people tapping and letting go of it. Just like in more of an honor system. It's an MMA fight. Like, he should have channeled his fucking inner Paul Harris. Because I can guarantee you, Usman Paul Harris would not have fucking let go of that. So he should have cinched it in tighter. In any case, he got knocked the fuck out. Like, the dude did not stop fighting. He tapped twice, and then he just kept slanging and banging, and eventually just fucking knocked Verdum out. So yeah, and that's what happened in that one. So yeah. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, for sure. For sure. No, man, you're welcome anytime. Anytime I do the streams. He definitely tapped, but I don't know what the official rule was for how many taps. I also know they don't always stop until yeah. They also always don't. Yeah, exactly. That's why I say just until the ref pulls you off, just keep going, man. Keep going. There's a couple different possibilities. It could have been the old Brazilian tap, where he gave a kind of enough of one to not get the ref to stop it, but to get the guy to let go of the choke enough. I don't know. The choke looked like it was still in. So Verdum did he let off the choke? Because it looked like he just still had it. You know what I mean? Maybe it threw him off that he tapped and kept punching, but like, dude, like, Verdum, how long have you been fucking doing this? So it sounds like a little bit of both. There's obviously a case that the guy tapped and it should have been over right there. Period. There's a good case for that. I'm not arguing against that. There's also, might not be the strongest case, but there's a little bit of a case to be made for, Verdum, I think it's just a little bit of sour grapes. You're upset that your choke wasn't devastating enough to actually stop him and he just kept punching you. Because let's be real. If that was on the street, Verdum's going to sleep. Verdum's going to sleep. So, I don't know. Pride rules, prison rules, whatever. He won. Like, it's a 8-1 to me. But, if they want to overrule it and make it a no contest, I don't have a problem with it because the guy did tap. But, yeah, I don't know. This is kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, I agree. He didn't let off the choke at all because I didn't even see. Real time, I didn't see it. The first time, like watching it the first time, I didn't see it. It looked like the choke was just still there. He was trying to get the choke, and he just started teeing off on him. I didn't even see the tap the first time, and then I was like, oh shit, he did. When I saw the first instant replay, oh, he tapped there. I mean, he definitely did. He definitely tapped. It was clear. It was like one solid tap, and then it was another like second one, but it wasn't like a tap 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 tap. Like, oh shit, it's so tight. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it might have been the Brazilian tap, dude. I don't know. It's interesting though. But I mean, it wasn't a devastating enough choke to fucking put the guy out. You hadn't cinched it up that tight because he was still beating the fucking shit out of you. So I don't know, man. That's just kind of one of those like. And I like Fabricio Verdum. I think Fabricio Verdum gets a bad rap sometimes. I think he's a way better fighter than he gets credit for, but he's also kind of a whiner. Let's just be real. Fabricio Verdum is kind of a whiner. I've seen him do it before. He whines, he complains, he bitches up a storm about a lot of different shit. He's a pain in the ass. Fabricio Verdum is a pain in the ass, for sure. There's just no two ways about it. He has a well-documented history of being troublesome, hard to work with, bitches, pisses, moans, what have you. He does that a lot. So I also kind of take like this with a big grain of salt. But the guy taps, so you just tell me. You tell me. I don't really know honestly where I stand on it. Like I don't have a problem with them making it a no contest. I don't have a problem with them just saying fuck yourself, Verdum. Your choke was too weak and you got the shit beaten out of you and knocked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how I feel on it. Yeah, right. Colby probably loved it. Oh yeah, how about Colby? How about Colby going at Dustin? Everyone thought I was crazy when I said that shit about Dustin's charity. Everybody thought I was crazy, man. I'm not saying it's not legit, but there are facts of the matter. The fucking charity ain't rated on none of them charity watch organizations. None of the sites that monitor the legitimacy of charities and rate them according to how good or shitty or shisty of a charity they are. The Good Fight Foundation is not on registered or rated on any of those. The only thing the Good Fight Foundation has is that it is an actual charity. It is an actual charity that is recognized by the IRS. That is the only fucking certification that charity has. It's not recognized or rated by any of those other ones, man. So that's a red flag to me. And Colby is obviously trolling Masvidal because him and Dustin are teammates. So that has to be taken with a grain of salt as well. He's going at Masvidal through Dustin. But yeah, like there's a couple red flags around that charity, dude. And nobody wanted to fucking like I'm not saying it could be totally legit and they could end up being rated by all those very highly. I'm just saying it's a fact that it hasn't been rated yet. And it is definitely a fact that not saying this one to be clear, but there is a well-documented practice of charities being used as tax havens. People use it to pay themselves, write it off on their taxes. It can be nonprofits you have to look at very fucking carefully. You do. There's a lot of room for skullduggery in nonprofits and charities. Fucking trust me. So yeah, Colby went at Dustin about it. So yeah, got a little spicy. Boys. So yeah. That's what I was alluding to on my stream a little while before. Because that was the whole thing with Connor. And I think Connor actually ended up donating to it. So good on him. And if it ends up being like rated highly and good, I hope I don't know like, oh dude, I want this to be the case. I'm just saying that's a little sketchy, dude. That's a little fucking sketchy. So yeah. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought, yeah, man, the Verdum thing was interesting. I mean, I think they're appealing it. I think they're definitely appealing it. Who knows what it'll be changed to? I mean, someone was pointing it out though. I think John Morgan, the GOAT, was pointing it out that like it still wouldn't make a difference with him in PFL. Like a no contest wouldn't get him any points in the tournament. So it's really like a push for him. It's really just for his record. It really just is just the blemish on his record. Excuse me. Oh, interesting. That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. Well, that's a masterful troll by Connor. And that's really interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. That's really interesting because look, I'm not saying it's a fucking shit charity. I'm not saying it's a shicey organization. I'm just saying no one knows fucking jack shit about it. No one that monitors or oversees charities knows jack fucking shit about the Good Fight Foundation. And that's a little bit concerning. You need more than testimonials and echo chamber shit to prove the legitimacy of something like that. You need some kind of oversight to verify it. Because that's the problem with those kind of things. Everyone sees charity and they're like, oh my God, they're being so charitable. They're being so wonderful. Everything is good. And then people use it to do shady shit. So that's why you have to monitor that shit. And it ain't being fucking monitored. So that's probably what Connor's fucking financial advisor told him, or his fucking asset manager, whatever the fuck, was like, what kind of thing are we doing here? You know what I mean? That's all. Just food for thought. Just food for thought, boys. Y'all see that Jake Paul Floyd Mayweather shit? If you need something to break up the mold, if you're having a boring day, check that shit out. Check out Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather. Just type in Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather if you want a little if you want something to spice up a boring day. Basically, it was the Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather press conference. You know, Logan and Floyd are up there taking their predictable jabs at each other. They're down in Miami. Floyd Mayweather is wearing this like throwback, like 80s style, like, you know, running jacket, and he's got his baseball cap on, right? Well, as the press conference ends, as they wrap up and they start to, you know, the procession starts to move away, eventually Jake Paul and Floyd end up coming face to face. They end up having a confrontation, right? And they get in each other's faces. They get closer and closer. And they start like Floyd and them, they start jawing at each other, and they're like, basically the long and short of it, oh, let's make the fight happen. Yeah, we can make it happen. We can do that. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. Blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes, this, that, and the third. You know how the boxing shit talk goes, right? Oh, yeah, we can do that. He's like, and then Jake Paul goes, call out Heyman. He's like, and Floyd's like, I don't need to call out Heyman. I'm my own boss. And he's like, okay, cool. Yeah. He's like, right on. He's like, yeah, call me. He's like, all right, peace. Got your hat, like literally just like snatches Floyd's hat right off his head. And it is pandemonium. Like, you want to talk about shit going to haywire? Oh, the baby. It popped off, boys. The Boys and Girls Club of Louisiana. That is not the Good Fight Foundation. That is the Boys and Girls Club of Louisiana. Interesting. That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. But yeah. Yeah. Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather. So he had put out a post. Jake Paul had put out a post beforehand. It was all planned, of course. And he said, I'm going to take Floyd Mayweather's hat. We'll see how it goes. Actually, pretty predictably, if I'm honest with you, like, so anyway, what he takes the hat off his head, the shit pops off, like he gets fucking basically jumped by Floyd and his fucking entire entourage. I don't know who else was supposed to be there getting Jake Paul's back, but your boy got mobbed, son. Like, Floyd had this huge fucking bodyguard looming over him and about 4 or 5 other goons just like, and I mean, they single-handedly like converged, very predictably, of course, converged on Jake Paul. And I mean to tell you, like, the only person that had Jake Paul's back was his brother Logan. He was the only, like, it was just like a sea of TMT goons and Floyd, and then Jake Paul in the middle, like in the eye of the storm, and fucking like then Logan Paul swoops in, and like then it kind of like the fight like moves to a different area. It was crazy, dude. It was fucking crazy. What's up, Noah? Clout chaser is going to clout chase. His addiction to attention is going to cost him big. Well, that's what I'd like to talk about for a second, because so he gets jumped, right? Predictably. He knew that was he had to know that was going to happen, right? He had to know. Jake Paul knows exactly what he's doing. And actually, if you're talking about from a marketing standpoint, you're talking about from a building your own brand, you're talking about getting attention, it's fucking brilliant. Because I'll tell you this, regardless of whether you think it was a win or a loss, you can look at it a couple of different ways. It was a big loss for Jake. You know, he got his ass kicked, he got jumped, blah, blah, blah. But that's about the only way you can look at it as a loss for Jake. Look, I have never seen Floyd Mayweather get that angry. In fights, in like pre-fights, in confrontations, in dust-ups, I'd never, ever seen Floyd that angry. Like, he was out of sorts, dude. Jake Paul got him real fucking out of character. Like, I've never, ever seen Floyd like that. Never. And I've seen a lot of Floyd Mayweather shit. I watched a lot of Floyd Mayweather shit. I watched a lot of Floyd Mayweather fights. Like, I've been watching that dude for a minute, and I ain't never seen him that pissed off, dude. Like, he was furious. If those people weren't there, he would have beaten Jake Paul to death, or tried to. He was fucking, he had homicidal rage. He was so fucking mad. And yeah, and to Jake Paul, he was just laughing about it. He was getting the shit kicked out of him and just laughing. Got your head, got your head. I thought it was fucking hysterical, dude. I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. It was such a childish, sophomoric, fucking high school thing to do. But, dude, he fucking got exactly what he wanted. Like, Floyd was so fucking mad. I've never seen Floyd ever that upset before. Like, because, dude, Floyd, like, his hair, like, he hadn't done his hair, dude. He's a little bit older. He doesn't have, like, the best hairline anymore. Like, his shit was, like, not moisturized or oiled up or nothing, dude. Like, he... Jake Paul just snatched the fucking hat off. Got your hat! Dude, it was so fucking funny. I thought that shit was hysterical, dude. Hysterical. Because everyone's like, oh, Jake, you got jumped. Yeah, you got your ass kicked. Yeah, but dude, Floyd walks around. I don't know if y'all ever seen Floyd Mayweather, but he walks around with a fucking goon squad. For real. He does. Especially shit like that. Like, you should have seen how big a couple of the dudes were that were fucking, like, they were in Floyd's little squad. So basically, every time Floyd went to do something to Jake, they were basically like 2 dudes holding Jake Paul. Here he is, Floyd, and Floyd just bop, bop, bop. Floyd, so Floyd could just like tee off on him. Not like he needed those guys, but like, you know. But that's what he asked for. So that's why it was so awesome and crazy. And it's just like, the kid is a master fucking troll. Whether you love him or hate him, he is succeeding in what he's trying to do, because that fight just got way more spicier. Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather, I don't think anybody was really, it was on even really anybody's radar. Bet your ass it is now. You know? I mean, maybe, yeah, maybe. But he like, nah, that's the thing though. That's the thing. Floyd ain't no gangster like that, dude. Floyd is a fucking, now Floyd does have powerful allies, but Floyd is not no fucking street dude. People really have that twisted. Like, Floyd is not no gangster. Floyd is a fucking spoiled rich kid. All right? Floyd did not come up. Senior, he was the street dude. Mayweather Senior, that was the dude. He was the street fighter. He was the dude out there fucking people up in the streets of Grand Rapids. He was the street dude. He was the rags to riches motherfucker. When Floyd Jr. came around, his dad was already pro boxer. His whole family, they were all pro boxers, making pro boxer money. Floyd has been straight as a fucking gate his whole life. Floyd is a spoiled little brat. If you think I feel bad for Floyd Mayweather getting embarrassed about his fucking nappy ass head getting exposed and him looking silly and looking all crazy, hell fucking no. Floyd Mayweather is a fucking scumbag. Floyd Mayweather is a fucking wife beating scumbag. I don't feel bad for Floyd Mayweather. That spoiled, he is just as much a spoiled brat as Jake Paul. He's had a silver spoon in his mouth. He's been living in a gym and Floyd Mayweather has not wanted for nothing in his whole fucking life, and he's the richest boxer that's ever lived. He's a fucking spoiled brat. So it was brat versus brat, and I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. Yeah, but it's all on TV though. It's all on camera. Like, that's nah. There's way too publicly exposed. There's way too much exposure. Like, nah. It's like, nah, dude. Yeah, like Floyd. Like, nah, man. Floyd Senior. Senior is the fucking gangster. Senior is the fucking one that would fuck you up in the streets. Like, the other guys, like, they're just boxers. They're just like Floyd Jr. grew up a rich kid. Period. Floyd Mayweather's a spoiled rich kid. Um, but yeah, so that's why I think that shit's hilarious, dude. And Floyd has always had little man syndrome. He's always been just a rich, spoiled fucking scumbag. So fuck Floyd Mayweather. Fuck Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather. I think that shit is hilarious, dude. But yeah, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that fucking thing. Cause like it's just really weird when stuff like that happens, they're like, huh, Jake Paul. Like he got exactly what he wanted. Jake Paul succeeded in what he was trying to do. He knew that he wasn't going to be able to do that and get away with it. He knew that he wasn't going to be able to do that and get away with it. But look how crazy he had Floyd looking over just taking his hat. And like, you can say whatever you want to. You got that fucking hat. He got that fucking hat, dude. Snatched it right off Floyd's head. Had Floyd looking all crazy. Had that fucking non-moisturized, non-old up hair. You know Floyd was mad about it. You know Floyd was mad about that. Because he said, nah, I'm not even going to worry about my hair today. I'm going to have this fucking hat on. He skipped his hair. And he said, no, I'm going to have this fucking hat on. Jake just snatched it right off his head. He was so pissed off. My God, he was upset about that. And I know that's why, too. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. You're playing. God, he was mad. He was so fucking upset. It was hilarious. But yeah, so that fight is coming up soon. But before I get out of here, I do want to touch on Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo Alvarez real right quick. Let's be real. That's the best fight that's happening this weekend in any combat sports. Oh, dude, it was hoot. I've never seen. God, he was mad. He was so. He would have killed him. He would have killed him. Floyd was. Floyd was so fucking upset, and Jake is all like beat up. He's still like he was probably even crying at one point. He was so fucking beat up, but he's still like laughing and like his shirt's all fucked up. He's like beat up, got a black eye, and he's like clowning on the fucking camera. It's great, man. It's funny. It's very funny. Floyd looking all crazy. It was great. But yeah. Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo Alvarez. This is what I think is going to happen in this fight. I'll make my official prediction for this fight. Hey, man, that's tough, bro. Now that you mention that, dude, I don't know which one's better, bro. It's a tough one. Look, I think that Billy Joe Saunders is going to have a lot more success in this fight than Canelo Alvarez Stamboys would have you believe. The problem is that I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But I don't think that Canelo Alvarez will ever lose a decision. Ever. I think there's way too much money. There's way too much influence. There's way too much power. There's way too many powerful entities involved that will see to it that Canelo Alvarez never loses a decision. And I just don't see Billy Joe Saunders being the guy to knock out Canelo. I think this is what's going to happen. I think that Billy Joe Saunders is actually going to edge out Canelo, and he's going to get robbed in a really sketchy split decision. I know that sounds crazy. I could be eating serious crow. I'm going to pick Canelo Alvarez by decision, split decision, real sketchy one. Real sketchy one. I think that Billy Joe Saunders is actually going to do the better work, and I think he's actually going to edge out Canelo Alvarez, but I think he's going to get robbed. So the official decision that goes down in the record books will be Canelo Alvarez by split decision. But I think that Billy Joe Saunders will actually win the fight. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong and Billy Joe Saunders clips him, or Billy Joe Saunders wins by such a wide margin that they just can't deny him. But it's hard to see that happening. I think any way it goes, it's going to be close. And I just don't see a close decision ever not going Canelo's way. Ever. I just can't see it happening. Yeah, I like DeLima. I think Mo Green. I just don't. Just Mo Green is just a ultimate fade to me. Would you agree that Conor McGregor did more against Floyd than Canelo did? I haven't watched that Canelo-Floyd fight in a while, but I also think that Floyd carried Conor. Like, Floyd never fights like that, dude. He never just fucking puts his hands up in a high guard. Like, he literally fought Conor like a fucking, like a swarmer. Like, he didn't use the Philly shell. He didn't fucking shoulder roll or any of that shit. He just like marched forward, ate whatever Conor threw at him, and then just wore him down. And I've never seen like that was probably. So to answer your question, yeah, he did, but because Floyd literally just like didn't even try, if that makes sense. More or less, Floyd didn't even really try. I think Floyd put less effort into the Conor McGregor fight than he has put into any of his other fights. Like, I think he trained less, did less work, less effort. Like, that's what I think about that one. But yeah, I think that's fair. Like, Canelo got thoroughly outclassed. And that's why I think Saunders has a chance to have success against Canelo, because that's the style that troubles Canelo. A slick outfighter. Saunders is a southpaw. I think he's definitely going to win some early rounds. I think he's definitely going to win a couple of the early rounds, because Canelo ain't no fucking like master. Like, he's not like Mr. Footwork. he's Mr. Slip and rip. He's Mr. Nasty, flashy, slip the punch and then counter with something that knocks the other dude out. Kind of like he does his best work in the center of the ring, in the pocket, slipping and ripping, combinations to the body and upstairs. That's where Canelo looks good. That's where Canelo shines. When he has to chase after his opponent, or he has a guy to, like in the Golovkin fight where Golovkin was just like marching him down, and he's like, Canelo likes to be the bull that becomes the matador in the center of the ring. Canelo likes to be the bull that becomes the matador in the exchanges in the pocket, if that makes sense. If Canelo is the bull and he's constantly like, I guarantee you, Billy Joe Saunders, at least 1 point in this fight is going to make Canelo miss with a punch and style and gloat and showboat. You will see Billy Joe Saunders showboat at least once during this fight. At least once. He's going to win some rounds. I think it's going to be close, and I think he's going to get robbed. This is for me, this is Canelo's toughest stylistic matchup since Erslandy Lara, and I think that was a dodgy decision, man. I think Canelo was lucky to get the nod there. Billy Joe Saunders is much bigger than Erslandy Lara. I think he hits harder than Erslandy Lara. I think that he'll definitely have his moments in this fight. I just don't think it's going to be a clear enough decision that I think the judges will have enough leeway to give it to Canelo without much issue. I think it'll be sketchy. I think Saunders will get robbed, but I think Canelo will ultimately end up getting the nod. That's true. He definitely landed more. I mean, yeah, he definitely, yeah, for sure. Like if Floyd had fought Conor like he fought Canelo, Conor wouldn't have lasted nearly as long. But Conor did get more punches off. There's no doubt about that. Canelo never landed no fucking clean uppercut or, so yeah. Conor did better than what I thought he would, but what I thought would happen definitely happened. Yeah, it's hard to see. You're not just fighting Canelo. When you fight Canelo, you're not just fighting Canelo. You're fighting Canelo. You're fighting WBC. You're fighting Mauricio Sulaiman. You're fighting basically the entire country of Mexico and all the powerful entities contained within which fourth. You know what I'm trying to say. It's an uphill battle. It is the biggest uphill climb in boxing is trying to win a decision against Canelo. Probably the hardest thing to do in boxing. It can't just be close. If it's close, you're gonna get robbed. You have to make it like definitive. And the only person who was able to do that was really Floyd. And because Canelo was young. But hey, I thought Golovkin beat him. I thought Golovkin beat him in both fights. Maybe the second could score that a draw, but Canelo definitely didn't win that first fight. There's no fucking way. And because people use the same criterion, like the same reasons that people swore Canelo won the second fight were the reasons that Golovkin absolutely won the first fight. But they don't want to count that. They don't want to count the work that Golovkin did in the first fight. They only want to count the work that Canelo did in the second. But it was the same shit. He fucking marched Canelo down, landed the jab way fucking more, landed the harder punches, and everyone's like, well, Canelo ate him. He didn't get knocked out. So what? Those are round-winning punches. And Golovkin absolutely won that first fight. But yeah, Canelo has shown himself to be a really, really fucking good counterpuncher. And he has excellent head movement, excellent trunk movement in the center of the ring, in the pocket, and in fighting like clinch fighting, Canelo's money. He is fucking mustard. Money in the bank. On the outside, moving around, it's a little bit of a different story, dude. He doesn't look as dominant. And you're going to see some of that against Billy Joe Saunders. Trust me. Billy Joe Saunders is a southpaw. He likes to fight on the outside. He likes to slip and rip. He likes to make his opponents look silly. He will be showboating. And some of what he does could potentially throw Canelo off. But I just can't see Canelo losing a decision. So I got to go Canelo by split decision. That's my official pick. Oh my God. Just you want to talk about a card that's already in the fucking dumps? That's fucking that's a landfill of a card there. Sup, dude? What's up, Connor? I don't know. I'm gonna watch the first Esparza fights from Marina Rodriguez and the Heidi to see which one I like more. They were both split decisions for Cookie Monster. Yeah, that's a tough pick, man. I really don't know in that one. I'm not like I like Rodriguez. I think she's gonna get the better of it, but like there's always that shit in the back of my mind where Michelle Watterson, she just for some reason that like that air bullshit she throws with the fucking key eyes, they score that shit. But I don't think Rodriguez is going to let her do that. I think that when she tries to do that, Rodriguez is going to meet her in the middle, and you're going to see a lot of. I think you're going to see a lot of Michelle Watterson trying to get that head and arm throw, and Marina Rodriguez just framing off and throwing elbows and turning that fucking shit into the tie plume. I think you're going to see Rodriguez turn Watterson's throw attempts into a tie clinch. But yeah, I like Rodriguez in that one. But yeah, well, I've gone on for about an hour and 45 minutes. I reckon I will go to the 2 hour mark at this point. Might as well just sit here and bullshit a little bit more. But yeah, I think that okay, to go let's talk about this card a little bit more before I wrap it up. Noah says he has Marina and Hebus in the chick fights. He was god damn it. God damn it. I'm on Angela Hill. Feeling less and less confident though. I'm not changing my pick though. I like Hill. I think she gets the better of the striking. I think Hebus is chinny. Don't think she looked good on the scales, but I'm not making the pick based on that. I like Angie here. Barely, just barely. But I think the toughest picks. All right, Jimmy's on Angie. All right. Well, at least I'm not the only one. To me, the toughest fights are going to be Phil Haas and Dacus, Jun Young Park and Tafan, and Neil and Neil. I think those would be the two closest. Also, I think Green and DeLima could potentially be close, but I'll tell you what, man, that could start looking really ugly if it gets into the later rounds. I mean, sloppy, just mess of a fight. So I'm picking DeLima to win early. I hope he does, because if that one starts going deep into the third, it can just look like a fucking just some bad. Now, but yeah, I think the most competitive matchups are Neil versus Neil, Haas versus Dacus, Park versus Tafan. Yeah, I think those could be all end up being really close fights, splits. I don't know why. I'm just feeling a split decision with Haas and Dacus, but I'm gonna go Kyle Dacus. I think he's gonna get the better of the striking, and I think that although Haas will have some success with the wrestling, I feel like Dacus will keep him honest enough with the submission attempts and maybe use that to sweep. But yeah, I think it's really gonna end up being a sketchy like 2-1 in favor of one guy, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, my most confident picks. My most confident picks are Gregor Gillespie, Ludovic Klein, and Cowboy Cerrone. I feel pretty good about Jun Young Park winning, but it's his gas tank. If his gas tank holds up, I think he's gonna beat. I think he's gonna beat Tafon. He could gas out Tafon too, man. Because the difference with Park and Jamie Pickett is Jamie Pickett fought scared, dude. I don't care. I know he's not scared. He's a fighter. He stepped in there against Tafon, but he fought scared against Tafon. Park is not going to do that. Park is going to meet him with the jab in the center. I think he's going to have a speed advantage. It's not one of my more confident picks, but I'm medium confident. It's not my least confident. I'm like 65-70% on Park with this one. I think he's got more experience. I think that he'll get the better of the boxing. I'll tell you what, if Tafon just sits there and just tries to eat punches from Park, he could get knocked out, dude. Park has nice boxing. He really does. He has a really crispy 1-2, a nice fucking uppercut, and that's going to be the battle of the clinch, man, with those two. It's like the knees to the body for Tafon and the uppercuts for Park. But I like Park in this one. I think he's going to get it done. But yeah, and I think Gillespie, I was already on Gillespie, but with that weight cut, that weight miss, Gillespie all day. I think he's just gonna get fucking ragdolled. I think Gillespie is gonna take out the frustration of having his last fight fall through, especially after that long layoff and having to come back from that fucking devastating knockout loss. I think he's gonna fucking ragdoll this motherfucker. I think Gillespie is gonna fuck this dude up. Dominant decision, I see. So yeah. Really confident in Dawkins. I like Doc. I'm picking Dawkins. I mean, I just feel like it's gonna be one of those where he'll win and then it'll still be a split. You know what I mean? Like he'll clearly win 2 rounds and it'll still be a split where he wins it kind of deal. I don't know why, but I like Dawkins more than Haas. I think he's overall a better fighter. Definitely has more potential. Like Haas is just a straight up wrestler, dude. Let's be real. He's a straight up wrestler with kind of a bad gas tank. He's a good wrestler, but that's all he is. I just think Esparza is a little overrated at this point. I agree. Her best win is Rose, but since then, her best win is Cynthia Calvillo, and she arguably lost to Grasso. I would agree with all that. Now that we've sacrificed a banger like... That's funny, dude. A banger like Lynn's Rothwell 2 times the MMA guys, they better not take away. Jimmy, don't you even fucking... Jimmy, please do not jinx that. You know that we both need that fight. You know. We need it. The people need it. Come on now. Don't we bring that darkness in here now. Don't we bring that fucking bad juju up in here now. Weird was dead at 160.5. Yeah, no shit, dude. No shit. That is, you ain't never lied about that one, dude. You come in looking rough and shaky against a guy that is literally just gonna fucking take you down at will. Probably was already going to. Nah, I like Gillespie there. Like, whoa. Dude, yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't think Haas is that good, but I just think he's just gonna do that wrestling rat shit where he makes it closer than it should be. You know what I mean? Where it's like he'll do that shit. I just feel like he'll do that shit where he'll get a takedown early. Dawkins will pop back up. Dawkins will win the rest of the round on the feet, and then with like 20 seconds left, Haas will get another takedown. He'll get that round. You know what I mean? And one judge will give it to him, and then the other 2 will give it to Dawkins. I think Dawkins is going to win, to be clear. I think he's the better fighter. I think he's going to bust Phil Haas up on the feet. I think he's a much better boxer. And I think he's dangerous with the submission, dude. If Haas gasses out in the 3rd on a sloppy takedown, he could absolutely get triangled by fucking Kyle Dawkins. Absolutely. You won't fuck around with Kyle Dawkins on the mat. He'll fucking choke your ass out. So I got Kyle Dawkins. I just got a weird feeling that it's just going to be like we're just going to see some fucking skullduggery in this one. But anyways. Yep. 5 minutes left. Let's see. Went back and watched. I didn't think Carlos Diego Ferreira looked dead. The look of him, like, I thought his body language looked really bad. His body didn't look like sucked up. Like he didn't look like, you know what I mean? Like his face didn't look sucked in. He didn't look like Connor or Aldo or anything like, or any of those guys that make ridiculous weight cut. He didn't look like Anthony Johnson at welterweight or anything. But the way he walked up, like he walked up so slowly and gingerly, like he got up on the scale real easy. Like he just did not seem like he was ready to go, and he missed weight pretty big. But no, like when they stared down, it didn't look like he. If you hadn't told me that he missed weight and you just showed me the stare downs or the face offs, I wouldn't really know the difference. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think it's a fair point. I thought that he looked like I'll agree with what Jimmy said. I didn't think he looked like death warmed over, but his body language was like that. He was walking like that. He looked weak based on his walk up to the scale and his but he didn't like physically, like his physical features didn't look like sucked in that bad kind of deal. That's kind of how I thought about it, how I looked at it. Yeah, but missing by 4 pounds, I'm good. Yeah, I'm straight on that. Yes, I'm straight on that. It kind of seemed like he was putting that on because he knew he was way over. I don't know. He was helped down the stairs. Yeah. I got Gillespie all fucking day, boys. All fucking day. Yeah. Gregor. Now, hey, Mike Trezano could make it close against Ludovic Klein, but against a dude that's a really good striker, fought not too long ago against a dude that has been is fighting literally once a year for the past 3 years and has been doing nothing but crushing cans. He has a good loss to Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson's a good fighter, but he doesn't have one single good win. I mean, Shane Young is not a great win either, but I like Ludovic Klein in there. I think he's going to get it done. And yeah, I think, look, dude, no disrespect to Alex Morono. If Cowboy loses this fight, he needs to fucking retire. For real. So yeah, I got Cowboy for sure, but I feel like there could be some weird ones on this fight, boys. I feel like there could be some weird shit going on. But it looks like we've got 10 fights. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 fights. 10 fights. So one more time, these are my picks. I'm gonna put these out on Twitter, and I'll put them on Tapology as well. And I'm gonna have to choose the method as well on Tapology. So that'll be interesting. I'll see how I do on that. It'll be my first time trying that out, popping the old Tapology cherry. But I'll see if I can look to build on last week's success. I had a pretty good card, went 8-2. Would like to do something similar this week. Now, here we go. Got Carlson Harris by knockout, Jun Young Park by decision, Ludovic Klein by decision, Kyle Dawkins by decision, Angela Hill by decision, Gregor Gillespie by decision, Marcos Rogerio de Lima by knockout. I'm going to say Jeff Neal by decision, Donald Cerrone by decision, and Mahina Rodriguez by decision. Them's my picks, boys. Those are my UFC Vegas 26 picks. Best of luck to all you gentlemen. If you got action, best of lucks with your best of lucks. Is that what people say? Best of luck with all your picks, your parlays, all your bets. Hope you cash the shit out of them. Good luck with all your picks and predictions. I hope y'all have a good weekend. I hope y'all, just have a good one. Have a good Friday night. And yeah, I mean, look, this isn't the best card, but we got fights. Matter of fact, we got fights tonight. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be heading over to the pub to check out those fights, hang out with the boys. So shout out to all the boys over at Pub Sports Radio. I will be over there. That's Pub Sports Radio Live. That's the channel that I am referring to. That's where I'm going to go watch the Bellator fights alongside with those gentlemen. Now, big thank you to everyone that joined me in the chat today. I appreciate all y'all's feedback. Good luck with all your shit this weekend, boys. But yeah, thank you for making the stream a good one. Always like getting on here and chopping it up with y'all about these bouts, man. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders. I really hope that Billy Joe Saunders can give him a run for his money, and I want to see Canelo Alvarez tested. So yeah, and I think Saunders has the style to do it. So hopefully we see a good fight with that. And yeah, we'll probably see some craziness at some point from somewhere, you know, with Jake Paul out in the world and you know, Joshua Fabia out there. There's going to be something crazy going on. So anyway, man, I hope y'all have a good one. Hope y'all have a good Friday night. Like I said, I'll be heading over to the pub to watch to listen to those guys call the Bellator fights. But yeah, appreciate y'all. Jimmy, Noah, the General. Shout out to Owen, Connor. Yeah, and Noah holding it down. Jimmy, Dried Spicy was in this motherfucker strong. The motherfucking Horror King is in the building. Make sure y'all go and check out King Need Gore on YouTube. Check out his latest premiere. And yeah, Gangster, appreciate you. General, Cage My IQ. Check out Cage My IQ on YouTube. Check out Attack MMA on YouTube. Excuse me, boys. Got a frog in my throat. But yeah, appreciate y'all for stopping through, man. It was a great stream. Best of luck this weekend. Hope to see y'all over at the pub. Watch these Bellator fights. But yeah, man, can't wait for the fights tomorrow, the MMA and the boxing. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Have a good weekend. This has been just my 2 cents, and I hope to catch y'all on Monday. Peace.